Well, good morning, folks. Today is Thursday. Most likely is going to be our Friday because it's going to be raining. It's going to come back. It's going to start raining again tomorrow. Hopefully, I think it's tomorrow. I don't think it's supposed to be tonight. I think it's supposed to be tomorrow. You can see we got all of our brush. Got all of our brush out of the way. Everything's on the floor. It's going to be going up the hill to the house. I'm still trying to side up this. I'm thinking about where I'm standing at is going to be the center line for the road. And I've got a little bit more material in here that I can cut out and shove down through there to make this transition. I'm going to have to cut off that right through there. I'm going to have to cut that down so that way I can make my turn to come up this hill if they want to. I think that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm still trying to size it all up. I'm trying to get everything I can get from out there coming out this way. I'm trying to get all that. Every ounce of it I can get. I want to get it out this way. Because I can waste it out through there on the lower side of the road. I can waste it. But I don't really want to if I don't have to. Like, I can put a lot of material on this lower side of the road. And I'll be using it. But I need as much as I can out this way so I don't have to cut so much behind me. Because I really want to try to sustain the grade in here. We got we got a little bit left to burn as far as rounding it up. And get that rounded up. He's supposed to have his friend come in today to cut those trees along the fence. I got to bring them out here and burn those. Mikey got everything cleaned and swept. We're ready to start cutting for the barn garage apartment pad here. 60 by 60 is the pad, the minimal pad size they have to have. So that's a good thing. We'll have that started here after a while, hopefully. We're gonna get this road built out here. We're gonna get this rounded up pile of rakings and stuff, and we'll try to get it all rounded up. I really don't want to start the road out here yet. I want to get this pad built. I want to get the pad built. I want to get the road to the pad done. Then we'll work on up a hill. But sometime today, I think I'm going to redo this. I'm gonna have Mikey come up here with the excavator after he gets everything done. I'm gonna have him take the excavator and scrape and clean out this whole ravine here. There's no water running down it, so I'm not doing anything that disrupts the stream. But I want him to clean all that out, and that way, when I do some grading in here, I won't have to worry about all them sticks and stuff in my road base, which is a big time no-no. Still some water running out of the hill. That wind coming through here is just finishing drying everything up as dry as it's going to get. Well, not as dry as it's going to get, but it's going to get good and dry. Let's trim this excavator out here so he can give it a shot of grease. And we'll try to get our day started. Well, good morning, folks. Today's Friday. And we are going to go over here to Hash Ridge. Back on the Hash Ridge job. Cody's going to meet us over there. He lives not too far. He lives closer to Hash Ridge than he does here. Not to mention, it just wouldn't make very good sense to have him drive over and then ride back and then drive over. I got to go meet a customer today and look at building some house seats and roads and stuff. A road, kind of carve out 3 lots on a piece of property in Blue Sulphur. I'm very excited. I love developing property, like taking raw land. I just love it. Always did. And it's one of our specialties because that's kind of what we're set up for. You know, we got a big pusher. We can move a lot of dirt quick. We don't have a humongous hoe, but I usually rent a bigger hoe when I need one, just until I get some stuff paid off, and then I'll buy me a bigger excavator. I've always wanted like a 200 size. When you go into heavy grubbing, you start taking out anything bigger than 16, 18-inch trees. I mean, my 130, I take out some big trees with my 130. But, you know, it's hard on it, and it's, you know, you can do it and do it pretty efficient, but, you know, it's slower go, and you just got to be careful. So until then, we're just going to rent one when we need it. And so we're going to go over here and get everything fired up, get everything idling, warming up good. And it rained, it poured yesterday. And it was what we call a golly washer. And even hailed a little bit. It didn't hail, I don't think, big enough to damage anything. I didn't see any dents and nothing or nothing like that. But we got lucky on that part of it. But we are going to go over here and we're going to get everything fired up, get everything going, shove some mud off. I got to meet that guy at 1 o'clock today. So I can work up till then, and then, or close to then, and then I'll have Cody clean cabs and stuff for him to get the rest of these hours. I think he needs about 6 hours today. He needs 6 hours to get his 40. So he can help me, and I may let him get on the excavator or something and dig a big old hole. I got a huge stump up there I need to flip down and get it covered up. On that very far end, it won't hurt anything. Lord, we'll all be dead and gone before it ever causes any disruptions, and he ain't gonna build anything on that end, so it ain't gonna hurt nothing. It's huge. It's as big as this truck. The bottom of the roof ball is. It's all my hoe wants to move it around. I mean, it can't hardly move. I'd take my dozer probably and shove it. Then I'll have him probably just dig a big old hole with the excavator. Just give him something. Let him get on it a little bit. I really like him. He's a good kid. If he stays with me and if he continues to learn, then he'll do a good job. Yep. Guys, stay in there and hang in there with me, and let's ease on over to Hash Ridge. Okay, folks. As you can see, what I was basically doing trying to get this, that's like a topsoil, it's like a Loomis clay is what that is. And you don't want to build on Loomis clay. Loomis clay won't compact. It's a sponge for water. It's just not real good. So I've cut about 1.5 foot out of it. And there's just very little left there on top. I'll try to get over here. Here you go. You can see the difference in it. You see how a little bit different color. It's got a little bit more sand in it down here. You can kind of see a little bit difference right in there. But basically what I did is I cut it all off, got everything off the top. I shoved everything over in this little hole over here that we needed to get kind of cleaned up and graded out anyway. This here I ain't touched. You can still see the water and everything running on it. And I'm getting ready to take the excavator and I'm gonna go up here and I'm gonna open that little dry bed there, and I'm going to divert any water coming out there over into this area, which is out of our grading. So he's still digging, but I'm getting ready to go over and run him out and get my hoe and work some here. And then really you can see the difference in the soil over there that he's dug out. I mean, you got to get that stuff off of there. It's a lot thicker than what I anticipated, which kind of sucks for me, but it is what it is. I mean, it's got to come out of there. You can't do anything else with it. You got to get it out of there. And I know it looks like I filled in around that tree a lot, but I really haven't. It's just the windrows is kind of folded up around it. Nothing major, nothing harmful. So let's go over here and run him out of this hole and hoe and fix what we need to fix. All right, folks, we sent Cody. I sent Cody after a little bit of lunch there, and got that stump's gone. And I got that mud peeled out from the ditch, and what dirt I had left over, well, what dirt I didn't really need for the stump, I put it back in this little hole here. Oh man, it's soft, wet. Yeah. So kind of building this approach right there where the creek was. I got that water right there. I dug a ditch line and got that water quit coming down on us. We still got a little bit in here, but nothing like we did have. So we got that water stopped. I just kind of started filling this in. I walked it in. We're gonna get the roller out here soon. We're just trying to get everything prepped up to where we can start cutting and filling and compacting everything in. It just takes a little bit of time. That stump being gone makes everything look better. But got the GoPro set up over on the stump. I might go over and kick that thing on and put it into time-lapse mode and get us some footage of me starting this cut. So you guys stay tuned. This right here is what I'm talking about. Right here's what I'm talking about. Watch the ground. Can you see it bouncing, moving? Okay. This ain't filled in. This is actual dirt that it's just been here. Now, probably millions of years ago, I don't know, sediments has come down here, and all this is just a layer of just humus dirt, and it's got a lot of moisture in it, I'm sure, from all the water coming out of the hill and infiltrating into the soil mat here. And I mean, if you pull that stuff up out of it and you just lay it out and lay it up higher than the ground around it, it'll just drain out. The water will drain out of it, and it'll go right back to being just as dry as what my dozer is sitting on. But as soon as it gets wet again, it turns back into this stuff, this spongy stuff. So that's why we have to cut that stuff out. You can't just put dirt on top of that. It will not stay. It'll always fluctuate. It'll never dry out. See how I hoove all that stuff up? That's all like wet topsoil that I dug out of this. And I just kept windrowing it up and letting the water wick out of it and dry out of it. And about 3 days, I'll be able to get the dozer behind that, and I'll just brush it all in here. And then, of course, it'll mash the sticks and stuff down deeper in it. Then I'll put a little cap on it, and it'll be just as good as that over there. That's what all that over there was. That was all just wet, sloppy mud. I let it dry out, then I just brushed it around, and it'll grow grass. It grows grass great. So a lot of people, they think that you're shoving the mud off, you're always going to have it, but if you air it out, it'll do just fine. Right there's where that ravine is, and right here's where I capped it off. Right there's where I capped it off and diverted the water, but I come in here and I dug all this. That's what all that is. And that's what all that is. That's the stuff that I dug out of there. Dug it all the way down to dry into that shelly clay, and then I started putting it back on top. That's where a lot of people mess up, is they just want to just put dirt on top of that. And then if you take and put dirt on top and then vibrate it, oh man, you want to talk about a trampoline now. So I just wanted to show you guys that and let y'all know. A lot of y'all that probably watch me probably know what I'm talking about, but I don't know. I just try to be as openly about things and tell everybody that there's a there is a reason for all my madness. So let's get this thing fired back up. Well, we got us a good start. I know you can't really tell, but I got a lift pushed in right here. Right here's the beginnings of our road. I got that slime cut off of it. Well, there's a little bit of slime, but it was mostly just like that topsoil. You can see, I don't know if you guys can see, but there's a layer about that thick of that topsoil in there, and I peel it off and I just use it to kind of build this area up in here anyway for extended yard. I'll just round all this around. It'll really look good when I get it done. And again, not taking too much out of this. I don't want to take too much at all out of this. This is where the road going to the house is. We don't want to take too much out of the face of this because there's going to be a lot of weight sitting on that hill for that road. So we need all this we can. So we're not taking anything out. Anticipating what I'm going to do, I peeled this stuff out too. We're going to go out here. Let's go out here and try to get the roller and get it out here. It's a little wet, but I think it'll come right on out through here. And what I'm actually anticipating doing is when I cut some of this out to widen out for the garage apartment, I'm gonna bring that out here out this road, and I'm gonna build this road up. And I'm gonna put a good road base. So I'm really thinking about the road going out, and then they're wanting to caddy corner their garage apartment, I think, to where I guess they come into the front of it like that. So, well, I can't show it to you like this, but anyway, I'm gonna need all that, pull some more of that off. So that's good rocky field. I'll use that to build this road base in, widen this road base out, and then it'll just all fall over. And then I'll have to put a culvert because there's gonna be a ditch running between the hill here on this side and the flat for the garage part. There'll be a ditch down through, a slight ditch. So I have to put like a little 12-inch culvert in that so they can cross it. And then this ditch coming off this road will dump in to that culvert. So then I'll have after this intersection's built, there'll be a slight ditch from the intersection going back to that culvert that's going underneath. So I got it all tied out. I got all the drainage figured out. Let's go out here and let's see if we can get this roller out here. Like that was really the hardest part I was worried about, was that out through there. And I think I got it dressed up enough that it'll climb out through there, and I'll just leave it out here. I can drive this road up Monday and drive my pickup out here, or my service truck. I'll have my service truck out here Monday. So if it needs fuel or anything, it don't use much fuel. Really, it don't. It sips around on the fuel. Little 4-cylinder Cummins. That's where we're at. Well, put another big lift in. Get on this roller here and let's roll him in, get him tightened up. I don't know if I'm gonna do another lift before I go home or not. I think it's about 7 o'clock. It's getting a little late. I'd really like to, I don't know, I need to get out. I don't know. I think I'll probably end up doing another one, but who knows. Man, this is a sweet little roller. This thing is been taken care of. I got this, turn the vibrator on. I got this from John Deere from Bridgeport. I'd rented one for years and years and years. Man, I just started doing the numbers, and I was like, man, I've been renting one. I could pay the payments on one for a year. Now it sits. It's like my farm tractor. It sits a lot, but it's there when I need it. And if I use it about a week a month, I think 1 week a month pays the, well, shoot, what was it? It was less than a week a month, I think. 1 week a month, and it pays the payment. So I think they rent these things out. This size right here rents out for like $1,200 a week. I think the payment's like, I don't know, I'd be lying if I said, I think the payment's like $800 a month or $700 a month or something like that. So yeah, if I use it 1 week a month, every month, it basically pays for itself. So, and the thing about a roller is you can't rent them. You can't like be doing work for it, doing work with it, and then rent it just for the days you need it. I mean, you only use it a couple hours a day, but you got to rent it for the whole week because you got to have it here. You know, like right now, I'm gonna. Well, the great man left that lift a little harsh, didn't it? I don't know how I did that or why I did that. But anyway, you gotta have it here. You gotta have it here the whole time you have it. For the whole time you're working, because you don't use it. You don't use it all the time, but when you need it right here. So, and it's a real good roller. It's a cab unit, and the air conditioner works. I fixed the air conditioner. If you guys remember back in November when I had COVID, I painted this roller. I repainted it because I had to have something to do, and I had to what do you call it, quarantine. So I couldn't go anywhere or do anything. So I repainted my roller, made my roller. I painted it John Deere Ag Yalla because that's what I thought it was. I thought it was Ag Yalla, but Ag Yalla is actually just a little bit brighter yellow than this yellow. So but anyway, it looks good. I think it looks fine. I'd really like to get this all the way out there, but you can see my little mud hole out yonder. That's when I roller. I just about got her hung up right there. So I'll probably wait till Monday and work on that because the water's coming out of the ground right up there, and I can't do much about it anyway. So I'll just wait and dig that mud back out Monday, and I got some really good, easy to cut feel out on this hill up here. So we got plenty, and it ain't that far of a push to push it back out through yonder. They raised the road up. So this is going to make them a really, really nice lot. I'm capping, I dug all that old nasty stuff out, and I'm capping it off with this good shell, this shelly clay, and it's locking together, bridging together great, especially after I get it all rolled in. It's going to roll in good, it's going to pack in tight. These people's going to have a really nice place, really nice place. We got to get a hold of Brandon Smith, Finish Line Concrete. We got to get him on the line, see if we can get these folks a bid on this pad, and you know, if the Amish don't do it, but either way, and I may go ahead and see if they want me, if they get it all marked out, if they want me to go ahead and put the gravel down and put this thing on, put this on grade, and then put the gravel and stuff down for them on the pad. That way, when the Amish comes in or whoever comes in and do the concrete, they've already got it on grade. They may have to, you know, kick a few things around here and there, but the gravel will already be on there. They won't have to worry about working in the mud and the slop or whatever. It'll make everybody's job a lot smoother, which is what I want. I want smoothicity. Smoothicity, is that a word? Smoothicity. But I want everything to go smooth, and I want everything to build pretty good. I think we've got about we've had about 6 or 8 calls this week for dirt work for estimates. So we got plenty of estimates, got plenty of work maybe coming up. Out of that 6, usually I get about 3 of them, you know. So you know, it looks like we're doing pretty good this year. We'll be doing real good this year. Construction's up, and the bank called today, and the funds are secure for the new shop, for Katie's new shop. Woo! I'm telling you, I about cried whenever she called me and told me that. I'm choking up a little bit, but so the new shop is a for sure thing, folks. KD is getting a new shop this year. Awesome, awesome news. So I don't mean to bore y'all to death sitting in a roller going back and forth. You know, I had somebody called my company a little rinky-dink company and my boring videos. So it really didn't hurt that much. I don't understand why he thought that that was going to hurt me. But every man to his own, I reckon. Every man to his own. You all hold tight, and we'll get this lift rolled in, and we might just go ahead and kick it toward the house. And I don't have to go get furniture for Miss Kay tonight. I can go get it tomorrow. So that's one of the reasons why I was working over a little bit. But you guys hold tight. We're going to roll this lift in and get us some footage. Well, folks, that's what it looks like. I kind of hit it as close as I could and hard as I could. I should have went ahead and put another lift in there, but I'm not going to, because it would be plumb dark by the time I got it rolled in, tightened up, and it ain't worth that. I'm going to leave a roller here. I'm going to tram the hoe back out there toward the truck, and I'll take my dozer back out there toward the truck. But I mean, it's coming in. We should have this lot built. Should have the lot built and the road finished Monday. And then we just got to get started on working that road up to the top of the hill and cut the top of that knoll off. You can just see the knoll right there. We're going to cut the top of that knoll off and flatten that out. And this job will be done all but the gravel, getting the gravel on the road. So I'll be very, very, very excited to hear that and to do that. So as again, thank you all for watching. There should be 2 videos. There'll be one coming off the GoPro, and then there'll be one coming off my phone, because I never have got any editing software to make all this stuff work and make it pretty and professional. But anyway, I got a little bit of a blue clay seam over there. Nothing major, it's at the very bottom. I got to cut that corner out anyway. So let's head to the barn and see what Miss Kay's gonna make me for dinner.